welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Jessie and I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. For today's video, I'm going to be writing out all of the spending that happened in the last week of November. We got November week 4, everything I spent between November 23rd and 29th. I was not good again this week about tracking as I went, so we're kind of doing a roundup of all of my spending today on the last day of the week. So if you're interested in seeing what we spent and watch me kind of break everything down by category, then you're in the right place. Just keep on watching. So we're going to start talking about all of the transactions that happened on the 23rd, which was the day that my husband got paid. And we're going to start out with a transaction for, this was actually DoorDash, it was Taco Bell. I ordered myself and my youngest son some lunch this day. It was a late lunch, it was like 2:30. He had just gotten home from school and I hadn't eaten all day and I realized that, so I placed an order for Taco Bell. We spent $20.94. Oh, the category was food. The amount spent was $20.94, but I'm just going to round it up, so we're going to say $21 there. It was a pretty bad week in terms of food spending. We definitely blew the budget in a major way. We ate out a ton this week, so not so good there, but it happens. It is what it is. Especially, it seems like the last week of the month, I always just say, screw it, I'm ready to start a new week. Who cares if we go over budget this week? Which is terrible. Not the mindset we want. But that's just kind of how it was this week. Next up, then, we went grocery shopping that evening. We went to Walmart. And we spent, category again is food. We spent $191.60, so we're gonna say $192. That was the last of the things we needed for Thanksgiving. I thought that my mother-in-law was going to cover a big portion of this, but she wasn't able to do that. It was unexpected, so we had to cover it all, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. It was just that the grocery price was a little bit higher than what I expected. Totally fine. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving as well, by the way. So we went over our budget. I'm not too worried about it. It happens, especially this time of year. November and December are tough with the holidays and everything, so that's fine. But then we were so tired from all of the grocery shopping that we decided to grab some dinner. Like I said, we did a lot of eating out this week. We went to Jwhackers. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. While we were at Walmart picking up food, we also got gas. So this was also 23rd. This was at Murphy for gas, and that amount was $32. So we had to fill up our tank. Then we went and grabbed dinner. My apologies for my phone going off. Let me go ahead and silence that so as not to distract you guys or myself. There we go. Got that on silent now. Hopefully you don't hear it vibrating. So after we got gas, we grabbed dinner at Jwhackers. It was myself, my husband, and our son Austin. We all went together to get groceries, and so we all went together to grab food. And so the category there is food, and the amount that we spent was $32.37. So we're gonna just round it up to 33. I don't like to deal in change. The little bit of change, I don't worry about it. It's neither here nor there in terms of our budget. We do have a buffer in our account, so any change that kind of goes one way or another just kind of comes from or goes to our buffer. Okay, so that was it for the 23rd. On the 24th, I made sure all of my bills got paid. So the first transaction we have is for State Farm. This is our car insurance. The category for this is bills, and the amount that we paid was $169.47. So that amount I will put the change on because that wasn't done in cash. That was done directly from my checking account. So that's that. And then we also went ahead and made our extra debt payment to Chase. I've been paying $170 every week towards that debt to try to get it paid off. If you watched my debt update, you will know that we're a little bit further behind than I expected to be with paying off that Chase card. The goal was to get it paid off by the end of the year. I don't know if we're going to make that goal or not, but we're still going to keep on trying. Then also on the 24th, we have Progressive. So we have our car insurance through State Farm, but we have my husband's motorcycle insurance from Progressive just because we were able to get a better rate splitting them up between two companies. So for Progressive was $21.59 for my husband's motorcycle insurance. And then lastly, for bills that day, we paid my Subaru payment. Actually isn't Subaru, it's Ally Bank, but whatever, I know what it means. And that is under the bills category. All of our monthly payments that we make on a regular basis go under bills. So minimum payments on credit cards I consider bills. The payment on our camper and the payment on our car, all of those I consider bills. And then anything we pay above and beyond, like minimum payments and whatnot, I consider extra debt payments. Hopefully that makes sense. I know some people would consider like my Subaru payment a debt. I just don't break things down that way. This is easier for me. And the amount that I paid for my Subaru payment was $400. Okay, and then we had Thanksgiving and everything was lovely and we were on track with like lots of no-spend days. It's really easy to do when you're not leaving the house and you're not shopping anywhere. But then after Thanksgiving, we were back to eating out and spending money again. So on the 27th, I totally missed a line item here. Well, that's okay. We'll just stick it in here. It was actually on the 23rd when we were doing all of this other shopping. We had to go to Lowe's. And I just totally missed it. So this was technically the 23rd, but it doesn't really matter. This was a miscellaneous expense, though you could consider this unbudgeted. I didn't know this was coming. I budget a little bit of money into my budget every week for miscellaneous expenses for things that pop up, but I only budget like $20 a week, and this was much more than that. This was $81 that we spent at Lowe's. We had to replace a light in my kitchen. The little can light completely just fried on us. It died, so we replaced the can and the light itself, and that was $81 that we didn't anticipate spending, but I just kind of classified it as miscellaneous. I don't know how I missed that when I was writing everything else in. But then, as I mentioned, on the 27th, we went and ran some errands, and we spent more money, including more eating out. So we did Pizza Hut. And I wish I could say this was the last of the eating out for the week, but unfortunately, it was not. So that category is food, and the amount we spent there was $27 and change, so $28. Then we got more gas. My husband was back and forth to the woods a lot this week with hunting when he had extra days off because of the holiday. So we needed to use more gas than usual, so we went back to Murphy. And we filled up our gas tank, and this time it cost us $36. Then it was back to Taco Bell on the 28th. Because I had mentioned that I had Taco Bell during the week, and everybody said, ooh, that sounds good. So we were back to Taco Bell. And that's food, and the amount we spent there was $25. Then my husband ran to Kroger to pick up a few things that we needed grocery-wise, just like coffee creamer and whatnot. And so that category is food as well. And that was $31. Lastly then, this morning, we had our Netflix bill come out. And that amount was $13.99. So that was all of the spending we did this week. It's a lot. Our food budget is like crying because we did such a poor job at managing things this week, but you know, it is what it is. It happens. Now what I'm going to do is go in and categorize everything, so I need to pull out my mild liners that I use for this. So food is yellow. Blue is bills, although I don't think that's the right blue, but that's fine. I'm going into my huge thing of pens here. I spent the week and cleaning out my desk and organizing things a little bit, and I have way more pens than any one person needs. Green is miscellaneous. What else? Gray is extra debt. This purple is my spending, but I actually didn't have any spending this week. Pink is gas. And is that everything? We had food, bills, miscellaneous, extra debt, and gas. Yeah, I think that's everything. It's all the categories we spent from this week. So I'm just going to go in really quickly then and highlight all of these things and add up the totals. So first up, food. So we've got this one. Okay. So I'm going to pull in my calculator here and just add these up. So we had 21 plus 192 plus 33 plus 28 plus 25 plus 31. Ouch, $330. And you guys, I think we only had like 190 to spend, like that we budgeted. So we are really over budget this week. So that's food. Hopefully I didn't miss any of those transactions. Next up then we'll do gas, which is this pink color. So we've got Murphy here and Murphy here. Oh. Alright, so for gas, 32 and 36. $68 in gas. Yikes, that's a lot. Alright, next up we'll do bills. So State Farm, Progressive, Subaru, and Netflix. So for bills, we spent $169.47 plus $21.59 plus $400 plus $13.99 for a total of $605.05. Okay. Then we just have extra debt, which is $170. Easy peasy. And lastly then is miscellaneous for $81. Alright, so that is everything that we spent in the week of November 23rd through the 29th. Lots and lots of food spending, but everything else is, you know, not too bad. So I'm all set and situated to film my budget results video, which I will be filming next. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. I'd love to have you come back, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!